Good evening. Tonight we take you to southeastern Wisconsin, where the calm of an ordinary Friday was shattered by a force of nature few had ever witnessed. On March 13, 2026, the region faced a storm that would be etched into memory, not for rain or snow, but for its relentless, howling wind. This was no ordinary weather event. It was a test of endurance for everyone in its path. Ferocious gusts tore through communities, rattling windows and shaking homes to their very foundations. The wind seemed to find every weakness, every crevice, making the familiar feel suddenly vulnerable. Weather alerts filled the air as forecasters warned of a significant wind event, but living through it was another story entirely. The warnings were urgent, but nothing could truly prepare residents for the chaos that followed. Everyday objects became dangerous projectiles. Trash cans, patio furniture, and even mailboxes were swept up and hurled by the gale. Trees that once offered shade and comfort now threatened homes and lives, their branches snapping like twigs. From Milwaukee's bustling city streets to the quietest corners of the suburbs, the storm's power was felt everywhere. No neighborhood was spared, and the sense of unease was universal. Even simple tasks like walking to your front door or stepping outside to check on a neighbor became a struggle against the elements. The wind pushed back with every step, making the ordinary feel impossible. The wind's constant howl was a soundtrack of anxiety, echoing through every home. Families gathered together, hoping their walls would hold and their loved ones would be spared from harm. The storm didn't discriminate. Cities and small towns alike were brought to a standstill. Streets emptied, businesses closed, and a tense silence settled beneath the roar of the wind. Tree limbs snapped, roofs were torn, and most critically, power lines suffered the brunt of the assault. Entire neighborhoods plunged into darkness, cut off from the outside world. As the day wore on and the winds finally began to subside, it became clear the aftermath would require a massive, coordinated recovery. Utility crews and emergency responders mobilized, knowing the work ahead would be long and difficult. The story of this storm was just beginning. In the days to come, communities would unite to rebuild, drawing strength from one another as they faced the daunting task of recovery. To truly grasp the chaos that unfolded, you have to understand the sheer force behind this storm. It wasn't just another windy day. This was a display of nature's raw, unrestrained power, the kind that leaves a lasting impression on everyone who witnesses it. The National Weather Service issued a high wind warning, and the numbers were staggering. Meteorologists tracked the system as it barreled across the region, warning residents to brace for impact. Milwaukee County recorded gusts up to 68 miles per hour. Hurricane strength. These winds rivaled those found in some of the most severe storms, making it clear that this was no ordinary weather event. These weren't isolated bursts. The entire region endured hours of sustained, punishing wind. The relentless pressure tested the limits of buildings, infrastructure, and the nerves of everyone in its path. Trees, power poles, and roofs were under constant assault. The wind howled through neighborhoods, rattling windows and sending loose objects tumbling down streets. Driving became hazardous, especially for trucks and vans. Vehicles swayed on highways, and even experienced drivers found themselves gripping the wheel with white knuckles. The storm struck during a busy Friday, catching people at work, school, and on the roads. Many were forced to make quick decisions whether to seek shelter or attempt to get home before conditions worsened. The relentless roar outside was a constant reminder of nature's power. For hours the wind battered homes and streets, making it impossible to ignore the danger just beyond the walls. Massive trees were uprooted, branches snapped and debris filled the air. Streets became obstacle courses, littered with broken limbs and shattered signs. For many, it was an unprecedented experience, turning a normal day into a tense ordeal. Families huddled together, listening to the wind and hoping their homes would hold. The science behind the storm mattered little to those living through it. The reality was destruction and danger. The fear was real, and the uncertainty grew with every gust. The wind was the main character, setting the stage for widespread power outages. In its wake, neighborhoods were left in darkness, and the true extent of the storm's fury became clear. The storm's most significant impact was on the electrical grid, leaving a trail of destruction that would take days to repair. Ferocious winds and relentless rain battered the region, toppling power lines and snapping utility poles like matchsticks. Tens of thousands lost power as We Energies reported nearly 80,000 customers in the dark. Entire neighborhoods were plunged into darkness in a matter of minutes, with only the occasional flash of emergency lights breaking the gloom. Homes, businesses, and traffic lights went dark, creating dangerous and challenging conditions. Emergency crews scrambled to respond to calls, while intersections became hazardous without working signals. Milwaukee County was hit hardest, with nearly 19,500 customers waiting for restoration at the peak. Utility crews worked through the night, braving the elements to restore power as quickly as possible. Waukesha, Washington, Ozaukee, Racine, and Kenosha counties also faced thousands of outages. Suburban streets, usually bustling with activity, were eerily quiet and dark. The darkness spread rapidly, affecting communities across the region. As the hours passed, more and more families found themselves without heat or light, unsure when relief would come. Each outage meant families facing the cold, businesses closing, and routines upended. Children bundled up in blankets while shop owners locked their doors early, uncertain when they could reopen. The loss of power was more than an inconvenience. It disrupted daily life. Residents worried about food spoiling, missed work, and how long the blackout would last. Residents relied on flashlights, candles, and cell phones, waiting anxiously for updates. Many checked social media and news sites for any sign of progress, clinging to hope for a quick resolution. The silence after the hum of appliances faded was unsettling. The familiar comforts of home were replaced by uncertainty and a sense of vulnerability. For many, it was a long, uncertain night, hoping for the return of light and normalcy. Families gathered together, sharing stories and trying to keep spirits up as they waited. The wind had left southeastern Wisconsin in the dark, literally and figuratively. The storm's aftermath would linger, a stark reminder of nature's power and the community's resilience. The storm's power was visible on every street. Uprooted trees left craters in lawns, sometimes narrowly missing homes. In Milwaukee, a tree crushed a FedEx truck. Thankfully, the driver was unharmed. Across the region, trees and limbs fell on cars, garages, and fences, leaving expensive damage. Doorbell cameras captured dramatic moments as trees snapped and fell. Downed power lines created hazardous situations, causing immediate outages for hundreds. Shingles, siding, and street signs were ripped away. Debris littered the roads. Each piece of damage told a story of the storm's force. Even the strongest communities were reminded of their vulnerability to nature. Behind the statistics, there are personal stories. Families huddled together as the wind howled and the lights went out, comforting frightened children. Making dinner became a challenge. Many turned to snacks or braved the storm for takeout. Businesses suffered as power outages threatened thousands of dollars in inventory and forced early closures. Emergency responders faced a flood of calls about downed trees and sparking wires, working through dangerous conditions. Public works crews mobilized quickly, clearing roads and restoring order. For the elderly and those with medical needs, the outage was especially dangerous, forcing reliance on backup plans. The storm underscored the critical importance of electricity for health and safety. In every home and business, the windstorm became a personal test of resilience. As soon as the wind subsided, We Energies crews sprang into action. Line workers braved dangerous conditions, working around the clock to restore power. Their first priority, public safety and major circuits serving the most customers. Recognizing the scale, We Energies called for reinforcements. Over 150 additional line workers arrived from neighboring states. These skilled crews brought their own equipment, boosting the recovery effort. Coordination was key, with teams assigned to the hardest-hit areas. The goal: restore power to 90% of customers by Saturday, with the rest by Sunday. For those still in the dark, it was a promise that help was on the way. Restoring power after such a storm is never simple. High winds made it unsafe for crews to use bucket trucks, delaying repairs. The damage was widespread, hundreds of individual failures across the grid. Crews had to patrol miles of lines, often on foot, to locate and fix each problem. Clearing debris was a major hurdle. Tree crews and line workers had to coordinate closely. Each repair was a multi-step process, adding time to the recovery. The sheer volume of outage calls strained reporting systems. Utilities prioritized public safety and large circuits first, then worked down to individual homes. Some customers saw quick restoration, while others faced a longer wait. After a windstorm, safety is paramount, especially around downed power lines. Residents were warned to stay at least 25 feet away from any downed wire. Always assume a downed line is live and dangerous, even if it's not sparking. These wires can energize the ground and nearby objects, posing deadly risks. Never touch or try to move a downed line. Call 911 and the utility company immediately. Don't drive over downed wires. They can snap or shift, endangering others. During cleanup, check for hidden wires and debris before moving anything. A moment's caution can prevent tragedy. In the wake of a storm, patience and vigilance are your best protection. As the winds calmed, southeastern Wisconsin caught its breath. Saturday's forecast promised lighter winds, a crucial window for restoration and cleanup, but relief would be brief. A winter storm watch was issued for Saturday night through Monday. The next threat was snow and ice, with heavy precipitation expected to impact the Monday commute. Roads would become hazardous, with low visibility and slick conditions. Utility crews faced new challenges as snow threatened to slow repairs. For residents still without power, the prospect of cold and snow was daunting. March in Wisconsin proved once again that the weather can be both unpredictable and unforgiving.